Okay, so this is a typical campsite in the primitive campsite part of the Byrd Adventure Park. If you get one of these, they're down kind of on one end towards one of the airfields. We're right at the end next to the airfield. But as you can see, it's really nice. It's wooded. We had shade the whole time, but not so wooded that we couldn't see the stars through the canopy. The river is right behind us, this Mulberry River, and it's great if you've got kids and you want them to play in the water a little bit. They can just go down from your campsite and get in the water. You could fish on it, whatever you want to do. The campsites are still really level. So our tent was nice and level. We didn't have to try to do anything weird to get it level or dig into the ground or anything. We had a nice little fire pit, even though we didn't use it. There are little rock fire rings at every campsite. And you can build a fire if you wanted to. We just didn't because it wasn't really that cold. And we had plenty of room, and it was really quiet and a really nice place to camp.
All the campsites have pretty good parking. You'll see the fire pit right there. They're intending for that to be a campsite, but you could easily share with where you're at. They were pretty close together, but not crazy. You're not going to be tent to tent or anything like that. There was a pretty big field down here where we were camped down by the airfield, and there's even more camping up by the restaurant and the store. We were right down by the river, easy access for fishing or for playing around in the water. It was pretty nice, honestly. This was the airfield. They claim they've had up to 300 aircraft in this place. They've got like 4 or 5 different runways. They were having a STOL competition the next week, which, if you're a pilot, that's pretty cool. We're driving away from our campground here, and you can see how it's kind of open. You get to camp kind of wherever you want. They're somewhat marked out, but not really. As we get a little bit closer to the pavilion up here and the showers and the bathrooms, you get into more RV camping where you can come in with your trailer, and you've got power and all the typical things that you expect when you bring your camper trailer to a campground to camp. Plenty of room to maneuver. Getting your trailer in should not be an issue at all. And if you've got a large RV, they've got an even more open area up towards the front where the store and the restaurants are. That maneuvering your vehicle in and out is not going to be an issue at all, really. This leads us to our first scoring section of the video. So campsite availability, we've got to give that a 10. In this case, they literally have hundreds of places to camp. So you've got plenty of options when you get there, whether you're in an RV, tent, or you're sleeping by your plane, however you want to play it. The pricing, we'll give that a 7. We paid $12 each to camp, which is a little more than you'd pay at like a national park or something like that, or maybe like a state park. But I mean, there's a restaurant and a store and all kinds of stuff here. So I think a 7 is pretty fair on this one. Campsite conditions, I gave this an 8. So campsites were well appointed, but you could tell they don't really go around and straighten them up after too much. Our fire pit was kind of disheveled and little things like that, but overall the camp was in really good condition. The diversity of site options, this is a 10. Like I said earlier, you can RV, you can tent, you can sleep by your plane, you can however you want to do it. Proximity to neighbors, I gave this a 6. If this part gets really full, you're in there with some folks pretty close to you. So, take that for what you will. That gives the campsite itself an overall of a 41. Now let's take a look at some of the amenities. They've got a nice pavilion area with a stage and things. So if you're having an event There's plenty of room for that. We've also got actual flush toilets and hot showers. That's big. This is the restaurant, and honestly, this place was really good. We had breakfast here every day, and it was phenomenal. We ate dinner here the first night, and it was great. Honestly, I would eat here whether I was here for an event or not. I just come for the restaurant. You've got great views out the back here of the Mulberry and the Ozark Mountains kind of in the background. It is a great place to be. Plenty of room. You can get lots of people in here. So if you wanted something to eat, there's going to be plenty to eat. The general store slash office was a pretty nice thing to have. They've got drinks. As you can see, they've got ice. There's an ATM if you need some cash. They've got t-shirts and things like that. And that's where the office is. Here's where you can park your larger RVs, and there's more RV camping here, and lots of open space. With our final scoring here of the facilities and the overall score, I'm giving the bathrooms a solid 9. It's got conventional flush toilets, so I mean that's a bonus in anybody's book. So that gets a 9. The shower's a 9 as well. The fact that you can come and take a nice hot shower is a big bonus, especially if you've got the family with you or you're going to be here for like a week or so. Yeah, that's really nice. Your access to conveniences, I mean, it's got an on-site restaurant that is very, very good. Like if I live in this area, I'm coming to this restaurant whether I'm camping here or not. That gets a 10, easy. Activities around the campsite, you've got fantastic driving roads. I mean, these driving roads are world class. And the off-road with the national forest around here and the Ozarks and the Byrd's Adventure Park itself, that gets a solid 10, easy. That gives the amenities side a solid score of 38. And the overall score for Byrd's Adventure Center is a 79, which honestly, the rest of our campground reviews, this one's going to be, I think, the measuring stick. That's a very solid score. It was a very nice place to stay. Highly recommend if you're going to be in the area that you give them a shot. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this kind of video, let us know. We're wanting to do some more of these to kind of review campsites so you know before you get to the area where you need to stay. Give us a like, and if you can, subscribe to the channel. It really helps us out tremendously, and it'd be fantastic if you could. Give us a comment. We'll get back to you. Otherwise, this has been Gabe from the Order of the Traveling Hats, and appreciate you watching.